What is going on, comic book community? Welcome back to another episode of Josh's Comics. Today we are going over a Black Friday haul. It's going to be a two-part video, and I'll explain why. But definitely stay tuned for this next video. I picked up some great books for some amazing prices. So stay tuned for this next episode of Josh's Comics. Welcome back, guys. This is going to be, I'm going to try to go through this quick because there's a lot of books, but real quick, like I said, it's going to be a part one of two parts. These are books that I physically want and picked up on Black Friday. Well, actually, like on the weekend Saturday sales, but still Black Friday weekend sales. I have quite a few books coming from claim sales. That will be here next week, so the follow-up to the part 2 haul video will be sometime next week or the following week. That's going to be a good one too, but let's start off because we got a lot of books. I'm showing you every single book I picked up because most of them are keys and have some kind of significance. I went to a local comic book shop called Comic Mania. They're more of a modern store, and I wasn't going to go, but it was my last stop of the day, and I wanted to go see if they had any all-new, all-different Avengers. I struck out, but I found a few other things to make up for that. They had a cool section going on. It was buy 2 books, get 1 free on clearance, and everything, all back issues, I believe, were 50% off. So here's the first pickup of the day. Alligator Loki, issue number 1. We saw Alligator Loki in Loki season 1, and this is his first official comic. A little thing just to have for the collection. I think it's like a $5 book, a little bit right at cover price, but I actually got this one for free because what I ended up doing was I picked up 2 copies of Obi-Wan Kenobi issue 1, and this is actually a little bit of a key. This is the first appearance of Reva. She's a third sister in the Inquisitors, and we saw her on the show, and it seems like she might be getting her own show. I actually already own a copy of this when it first came out, but these are already bagged and boarded in nice shape, and I think I'm going to send one in to get slabbed. Probably won't be nothing, but I think the other 2 I might end up doing a giveaway. Be one of the books that we end up doing a giveaway for the channel. So, like I said, I got the 2 Obi-Wans, and then I got the Alligator Loki for free. The other 2 books that I managed to pick up, and I was just going through the stuff, and like I said, they have more modern stuff than anything, and some nice Daredevil. And this is a book I've been looking for. This is Daredevil issue number 14, and it's actually the first cover of Muse, who had his first appearance in issue 11, and he's a serial killer, but he's rumored to be in Daredevil Born Again. I picked up his first appearance for like $2 near Mint when I was on vacation early in the year, and I saw the cover, and again, like this cover price, they had it $4.25. Everything was 50% off, so definitely pick that up. And then the other final book I picked up at that shop at Comic Mania, a book that I also picked up on the same vacation. I picked up like 2 or 3 copies. I own like 4 copies of this now. Daredevil issue number 28, from the same run, Charles Soule run, and I honestly don't understand why this is like a lower key. Like this is very underrated, especially for the information we kind of gotten about Born Again. This is when Kingpin is elected mayor of New York City, and it looks like that's going to happen in Daredevil Born Again, so call it speculation, but I'm kind of thinking this book might end up jumping up eventually in value. Again, it's just, even without any announcements or rumors, it's undervalued and underrated. Moving on, I stopped in at my other LCS, Captain Blue Hen Comics. They have a 20% off back issue sale with a bunch of other things going on, and so I was happy to stop in there and pick some stuff up. This is a very nice, cool cover of Batman and Robin Adventures, issue number 17. And it's not a key or anything, but I love the Batman Adventures, and I love this cover. It's got everybody on there, all the villains, main villains, so decided that was a good little pickup. I was searching through the dollar bins again, and Captain Blue Hen has some pretty good dollar bins, guys. This wasn't bagged and board, so I had to put my own bag and board, but it was fine. It was actually in pretty good shape. This is Captain Marvel issue number 7. And this is like a $10, $15 book, and it's when Chewie, who aka is Goose in the MCU, but her cat is revealed to be a Franken, which is the alien species that we learn about. And the funny thing is, Comic Mania had a nice like copy for $4.25. I should have grabbed it anyway, but I didn't. But so I picked this up at Captain Blue Hen Comics $2 bins. Another book I picked up for just $2, and this thing is sharp. And it wouldn't have a board, but it was in a bag, and I put it in my own now. But that's why I fixed that. This is Captain America issue number 7, and this is pretty cool. So this is the first team up of Daughters of Liberty, Jessica Drew, Sue Storm, Misty Knight, White Tiger, Annabella Riggs, Mockingbird, and Echo. Rumored that we're going to get a show. Again, this is $10, $15 book all day long, so for $2, I said why not? It's in perfect shape. And then the last book from Captain Blue Hen, you saw it in the thumbnail earlier. I'm on my Young Avengers game now. Young Avengers issue number 4. Sweet can cover, and that's actually why this thing is pricey. It's not a key, it's just a can cover, and I mean, if you look at it, that is just a really great cover. So this is what I'm going to do, because we're going to move on to the Brixco comic haul, where I got a lot from him. I got a good deal, but I can tell you this, even with discounts and prices all together, every book you saw that I just posted or showed you, that came out to only, I think it was like $35, so between both shops. So I'm happy with that. Black Friday, especially my local LCSs, have great deals. So moving on, Brixco, who was formerly Brixton, but now it's Brixco Comics, Paul, good friend of the channel. He has a booth up in a flea market up in the Wranglers Flea Market up in Kurtztown, PA, I believe it is. And it's about an hour and 40 minutes or so for me. I originally was going to go, then had something pop up, but that fell through, so I ended up going. And I'm glad I did. He had a good deal going on, and I actually claimed some books from him. He's been doing, so all this week, well, by the time this video drops, all last week, between starting at Wednesday all the way through Saturday, Paul, Brixco Comics, Joe 360 Comics, and Pope of Chillingtown, aka Mike, all did multiple claim sales. That's going to be the part 2 haul video. I'm picking those books up next week from them, and that's some good stuff in there too. But so I went up to Paul's booth and did some digging, and I found some cool stuff. Let's just get right into it. So these two books go hand in hand. They're not keys, but this is Christmas with Superheroes, issue number 1. And issue number 2, these are like dollar bin books. And honestly, there's no significance, but I thought, you know, Christmas is coming up. I thought, why not? I thought those are pretty cool to grab, even read and check out. So we're going to start from, like, lower books, and then get into a bit of pricier, obviously. I picked this book up. Even though it was marked at $10, it was already down into his $3 bins, which already were down to $1 bins. So for $1, I picked up this one, Daredevil issue number 249. I thought it was a key, but it's not. I was thinking of the first meeting between Daredevil and Wolverine, which is issue 190 something, I believe. I'll say 196 or something like that, but it's not. And so they battle on this cover. I thought it was a cool issue to pick up. Moving on, this is a cool issue. This is Star Wars issue number 1, and this is a variant cover. And this is from the 2015 when Marvel got back the rights. The Star Wars sweet variant cover. Yoda, Obi-Wan. I looked it up. Got a little bit of value. It's nothing big, but I grabbed that because I love Star Wars and I love covers like that. Moving on, now we're going to get into some bit of a key significance. I recently picked this book up. I haven't been able to find it, and then finally, I did. I found it. I found a copy of it at the Philadelphia Comic-Con that I went to a few weeks ago, and I just found it again at Paul's booth, again for $1, and it's a $3-4 book, but it's issue number 893 of Action Comics, and it's the first appearance of Chloe Sullivan, who appears in Smallville as a character, and then this is her first official comic appearance, and I don't know if Chloe is a bigger character like she is on the show in comics, but still, I think it's a nice little key and kind of undervalued and overrated. Moving on, I did find some all new, all different Avengers at Paul's booth. It was not, I was looking for issue 1 and issue 2, or issue 3 specifically, but this is a nice little issue itself, and it's a great cover. This is issue number 6, Beware the Vision. And this is actually a cover inspired by Avengers 57, the first appearance of Vision. Love that cover. I want to say this is maybe something. It looks like Alex Ross, maybe. I don't know. But still, great cover. Expecting on all new, all different Avengers. I've already said about that on the channel. But I think it's a nice little pickup. Now we're going to move on to the books that were priced. I think they were like 25% off. But I'll tell you the total of everything when I'm done. Superman, Lois and Clark, issue number 1. And this is actually the first appearance of Jonathan Kent as a boy. Previously, he appeared as a baby, and then I believe it's issue 5 or 6 when he finds out he has superpowers. I want to grab that too. We'll see what happens in the DCU. Obviously, Superman will be starting out young. I would imagine if Gunn's doing a 10-year plan, and I'm going to imagine that if Damian Wayne is also in the running, I'm going to imagine that maybe Jonathan Kent, or at least, they could always go the route of having Lois and Clark have a daughter instead. Forget the character's name, but yeah, you could do that too. Well, we'll see. I thought it was a nice little pickup. Great copy, great cover. Nice little key snip against the future. We'll see what happens. This one was really cool to find. I've been wanting to pick up this, and I also want to pick up the his first animated series. But this is Legend of the Dark Claw. This is from A Milligram Comics, I believe it is, and this is pretty cool. This is the first appearance of Dark Claw, who is AKA Logan Wayne. You're probably thinking to yourself, he looks familiar. Kind of. And his name sounds familiar. Well, I'll tell you why his name sounds familiar from Logan Wayne and why he looks like familiar characters. It's because he's a hybrid of Wolverine and Batman. If I'm not mistaken, they also did a hybrid of like Captain America and Superman and some other characters. So this is just a cool issue to have. I want to read this. And, Logan Wayne, it's like, you're like, it's got a good, okay name to it. But that was pretty cool to pick up and find. Another book I found actually in the lower bins, $2, $3, I forget. But this is Batgirl issue number 13. And I picked this up because this cover, some of you may know and some of you don't know, this is an Artgram cover. There's quite a few in this series that are by Artgram, and this is like a $12, $15 book just because of the cover. So I picked that up. Great Clayface and Batgirl on there. Nice little addition. This book I find quite a bit, and like I said, I don't get it unless it's high grade. But it's again a bit of a pricey book, but you can always find it in the dollar bins. And this is Batman Annual number 14 from 1990. And this is actually not only a great Two-Face cover, but it's 68 pages telling of the origin of Two-Face. This I think 9/8 go for over $100. So even if you pick this up for $1, say you send it in and get slammed, comes back on 9/8, what with shipping, you know, like you can make, you know, profit. Like I said, I buy this quite a bit just because I think it's undervalued, underrated, and it's always great to have a copy. And I love the cover for Two-Face. So surprised to find this. These next two books go hand in hand as well, and I was surprised they were so cheap. And they're near mint copies. Justice League issue number 30 from the New 52. This is a second cameo appearance of Jessica Cruz. But to top that, right behind it was Justice League issue number 31. First full appearance of Jessica Cruz. A fun fact, I'm have to make quite a few videos still. A few weeks back, I picked up, I believe, it's one of these two books. I think it was her first full or second appearance I already picked up. But Jessica Cruz is a character that some people are speculating on, and I think it's okay to do that because knowing James Gunn, it could definitely happen. But her first full appearance and second cameo appearance, and again, her first full was like, I believe like a $15, $20 book, and her second's like a $10, $12 book or something like that. Going off of Key Collector's prices, don't quote me on Key Collector though, because I've heard that Key Collector is not always, pricing is not always good. So moving on to the last two books of the haul. I know, we've had some Batman, but I had to get some more. Batman, The New Adventures, but it just says The New Adventures. It is not related to the animated. It is Batman issue number 409. Great yellow cover. And this is actually the origin of Jason Todd. And I think this is his re-origin, like after Crisis, if I'm not mistaken, or how they reset everything. But great cover. And specking a little bit on Jason. I'm sure he's going to be, I would imagine he's going to be in the DCU, but I feel like, again, underrated, undervalued keys. I mean, he had this priced at $5, and this thing is nice, like, nice shape, so I've seen comic book shops sell this thing for $15, $20, so I was very happy to pick that up for that price. Well, it wasn't actually $5, but, you know, with the discount. And then the last book, which was the other book you saw in the thumbnail, West Coast Avengers, issue number 56, The Witch is Back. I actually own a copy of this already, but I wanted to get this because I think this is a bit of a higher grade than what I own. Yeah, I mean, this thing, maybe a press, honestly, but with a press, this thing's very nice. So this is the first cover appearance of Dark Charlotte, and it's when Wanda, has her new costume and her evil persona. Yeah, the hair is not doing it much for me. I prefer the long hair, but it is what it is. But still, a great cover. And the costume's kinda good looking. So that was it from Paul's booth. He had some good wall stuff, but I was on, like I've been saying, I'm on kind of a bit of a budget, and anyway, about that. But so total, I think at Paul's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it came out to $50. Well, it was like $49. Let's just round it off. Yeah, it was $49. Let's just round it off to 50. So say 50, and then what did I say? 35, right? I think it was 35. I think it was 35 for both local LCSs. So you're looking at $85, almost close to $90. Not bad for the books I got. In the conditions they were in, I was extremely happy to pick them up. So that is it for the part 1 of Black Friday haul. Like I said, next weekend is Upper Darby Con, so I'm going to be picking up the rest of my claim books from, I had some from Paul, but he forgot to bring them, but I'm getting a book from him. I'm getting quite a few books from Joe, aka 360 Comics, and from Mike Pope at Chillytown next weekend. So there will be a part 2 follow-up to the Black Friday haul. But what's going to happen is I'm probably going to do the Upper Darby. Like I said, Upper Darby winter show, whatever it's called. It's a mix of like comics and toys and stuff. I'm not planning on going big. I honestly, after Black Friday, I'm kind of tapped out already again. But I plan on, I'm going to search the dollar bins, see what they have. We're usually doing smaller shows that aren't comic heavy and have a mix of vendors that sell toys and comics. You can, if you know what you're looking for, you can find a good deal and you get good deals. So we'll see what happens, but expect a Upper Darby comic show, which is in Upper Darby, PA. Expect that video to drop first, and then probably sometime later in the week, I'll drop the part 2 of Black Friday haul. And it's like I said, I had some bangers in there too. So, guys, do me a favor. If you've watched all the way through, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. And leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the books. And happy late Thanksgiving. I realized that I put out my Batman Adventures Omniverse a day or two before Thanksgiving. And I didn't mention anything about it in there. And honestly, the last month, I've just been with personal stuff in my life and doctors and work. I've just been, doing what I can. It's been a bit hard to kind of start film content. And so I used to pump out 2 videos a week, but now it's down to 1. I'm hoping maybe in the new year I can get back in the groove of doing that. We'll have to see. I don't want to do overkill, but I got plenty of content to film throughout the next probably month or so. But anyway, like I said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and happy late Thanksgiving. We're rolling in December. December's right around the corner. End of the year. It's going to be a good one. And like I said, come check out Upper Darby Comic Show, Comic Winter Con, or just type in Upper Darby Collectible Show. 360 Comics will be there. Pope of Shirleytown, Collecting Dude will all be selling. I'll be there buying, of course. And it's going to be the last con of the year that I hit. So it should be a good one, guys. Anyway, sorry for rambling on. Thank you guys so much. And as always, stay safe, take care of each other, and we will see you guys in the next episode of Josh's Comics.